Wait, wait, wait. Good evening. Welcome to the Lisha22 YouTube show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Mimi. Welcome, welcome. How are you this evening? How was school? How was work? How was any of your fabulous activities? Goku. Hello, everybody. Welcome in, and thank you so much to whoever is liking the live. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome in, everybody. Or you can just sit and chill for a little bit. It was good, Mimi. Awesome. That is great. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Jaden. Welcome. I feel like I should scooch this a little bit closer so I can read what's going on. Okay, much better. She'll be wearing glasses or have prescription lenses, but just gotta get a new pair, right? Hi, welcome everybody. We got 26 people here just stopping by. Definitely love you all for liking the chat as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm a Gaudi blogger here residing in Chicago. Worked with some brands, Japanese and Italian. What's up, everybody? And I have resumed blogging, tweeting, all that good stuff. So welcome on in. It could be another one. If I want to talk to strangers, why are strangers talking to me? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But aren't we all strangers at the end of the day? And this is a little bit better. You see a live, you hop in, maybe it's a topic that you like, versus you just minding your business and somebody stalking you and needing to tell you some information and you don't even know who they are because somebody else sent them after you. Almost like a Snow White type of a thing, I guess, but that's a lot weirder. Let's see. So I got YouTube. She's asleep. Lord have mercy. Binti, if you don't care, you can leave. No one's holding you hostage here, honey. I can help you by removing you from the chat. Goodbye. There we go. But welcome, welcome, welcome in, everybody. I've been blogging, I've been editing videos and stuff, just being inspired by everything, instead of just let me focus on makeup and alternative fashion. Let me just talk about my experiences. Um, it was really wild when I was younger when I got like my first 100 subscribers to 700 on YouTube to now we're at like what 1200 here on YouTube. Welcome on in, newbies, familiar faces. Welcome on in. Well, I'm not calling you that, Declan. I said it's different than those are keywords there, unless you're talking to somebody else. But telling stories, I guess we could. Guess we could. Um, hmm, hmm. Sometimes I do story times in the afternoon, Chicago afternoon, while I'm getting ready for the day, chatting with you all, getting in some of that streaming time and stuff off of work. Because I know sometimes some people, managers or what have you, find you online or I don't know, searching for you, wanting to find you online when you don't tell them. But when I'm off the clock and everything, or like moments when I know I'm not working, you do a little stream here, post a little something there, regarding work, regarding makeup, regarding social dynamics and things like that. Let's see, we have some stupid questions in the chat that I'm not dealing with. All right, much better, much better. But anyway, I have a lot of life experiences, some more than others, some less than others, some interesting ones that people have given me these experiences so I can share with you all. Isn't that a wonderful gift? That, if I was still studying at the University of Chicago or at my art institute job or other places too, that I will be really preoccupied and I wouldn't have the time to be able to remember and recollect things to share with you all. Little Tiny Pink Mike, thank you so much. One of my subscribers on TikTok donated to my live and helped me get a little bit more equipment. The worst experience I've ever had in Chicago. That's really interesting. I love to have better experiences, but I'll say one of my most interesting experiences is a very bad business deal that I had. I thought that it would be a collaborative effort, me and another woman who was a little bit older than me, that um, I thought that if I was kind, if I was nice, if I was working really hard with her, showing that I'm faithful, loyal, do it for the mission type of thing, that she would stop giving me threats and everything. But it just enabled her to exploit my blogging work and want her to keep asking me to working for free or not really want to pay me while getting probably thousands of dollars, probably tens of thousands of dollars for her project and wanting me to work full time, but for nothing. That was a really interesting experience because she didn't have to meet with me. I guess maybe she thought that I was going through my ex's phone when I didn't really give a fuck anymore. I wanted to be single, and I guess he freaked out, and just something magical happened, I guess, if that's what you want to call it, or clinky dink, whatever. And it freaked her out so bad that she wanted to meet with me and used a Chicago artist who's worked with Marvel and other like famous art entertainment brands like Marvel, Tomb Raider. Her name is Ashley Wood. She used Ashley Woods to have her be introduced to me. And it was a really interesting meeting. I was really uncomfortable, and maybe I didn't show that uncomfort, that like, oh, this is weird. And she wanted me to fight over somebody with her. I didn't really care. But me not fighting over a guy with her, this older woman, like, okay, you want this guy to pay your rent and stuff like that. Like, good for you. but it made her want to compete and sabotage my regular jobs like at Dunkin' Donuts or other places. So it's been a really interesting time. Um, at the end of the day, it is quite interesting when somebody has maybe lots of suitors, lots of investors, lots of opportunities, and want to get way too involved in your life and want to see you suffer, but pretend to be a person of empowerment and advocating for marginalized groups while not empowering somebody and getting them caught up in life threatening things. We already live in Chirac. I try to co-name it like Shibuya, Miami, something cute, summertime, have fun type of a thing. But sometimes people really want you to be something that maybe they are and what you're not. So they look like the good person and you look like somebody who has no morals or lost their way in life and they're there to save you and they're ruining every network opportunity and ruin your reputation online. Yeah. And I've written about this in like blog posts of work harassment, how not to dox yourself, and things like that, sunk cost fallacy. So you could definitely read that, not just for me to like complain or vent, but what happens when, maybe somebody gets your resume and they can do what is it, like identity theft or talk to the people that you had really good relationships with and you can't even work there anymore because they think that you're some, I don't know, crazy person or whatever because that's what that person wants. They want to see you homeless and broke or dead. Oh, you have a prosthetic? Oh, well, did you get it designed with maybe like a favorite thing or something? Like if you like, I mean, this might seem a little silly, but like if you like superheroes, maybe like a cool, like superhero esque type of a thing, or I don't know, maybe something that might make your day a little brighter despite what happened. And I would love to play some music. I'm not quite sure if it'll pick up with my mic. Um, but I personally like listening to a little bit of music. Oh gosh, I really want to play a song, but it's gonna get a copyright strike. Uh, I really like this song. What do I do? Commercial. Welcome, 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 everybody. We're just gonna stay on for a little bit. I do have some things to tend to for the rest of this week. Um, but it's always nice meeting new people. It's nice seeing people who return from previous lives. Welcome, welcome back, Lavelle. How's it going? Happy Thursday morning. It's almost the end of the week. Hey. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just chatting, kind of like a free for all. Hi, Kadeem. That is true. You should get to know someone before you say you love them. Have a great night. Are you headed out for the night, Lavelle? Leaving so soon. Welcome, welcome, Donnie. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Doing a little late light stream. Just something slight. Welcome, welcome, everybody. I am working on some new blog posts, working on new videos and everything. Working on how to make the Sephora gift card giveaway fun. I do think that some of you guys are guys, like men in the chat. Not saying men can't wear makeup or get something for somebody else, but I feel like the girlies will like this a lot better. Over here in Shibuya, it is June 5th, 1:22 a.m. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for the likes. I appreciate you. I wish I could shout you out a little bit better. YouTube does not have that capability at this time. So it's not a me issue, it's a YouTube issue. But let's see, what else is new? Um, some behind the scenes stuff, not dealing with work, not dealing with whatever else, just like other life things. um Blogging, getting lots of drafts, seeing which ones I want to like post first, promoting older bits of content too that people might enjoy, fashion wise, as well as, hey, this was an interesting experience. If you're new to the workforce, maybe have a heads up. If you have a resume and somebody's like, give me your resume, I need to work on it now. They could probably want to work on your resume to ruin all those relationships, burn those bridges before you can even do a social faux pas. Oh, you're socially awkward or autistic or something, or just say wonky things, or I don't know what else ever thing out there. Somebody can burn those bridges before you even have the chance to make a mistake, because they don't want people to like you and they want you to struggle. So I like to talk about stuff like that on my blog, but I do try to make sure I don't alienate the people who've been there, my day oneers. Talk about makeup, talk about Japanese fashion, Japanese language as a Black person, right? Um, Give out shout outs to people who have alternative style and stuff like that. But also stick true to myself and my goals. And it is a personal blog after all. And work is kind of personal, even though that's business, but sometimes personal stuff starts to seep into your business, starts to leach into, kind of like merging into your business life when you want to keep it separate, but somebody can't stay away, even when you don't want to deal with them, but they want to just, peek into your life and be like, oh, where is she working? Oh, somebody go ruin that. Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. What are we eating this morning? What did I eat this morning? I had a late breakfast, like some little like breakfast bar type of things. Really basic. Just have not been like into wanting like cook up something. Pretty much just like grab and go. But got me thinking for what I want for breakfast when I wake back up. That is for sure. Maybe I should do tacos again or something. That's a nice breakfast. What did you have for breakfast? Eggs, ham, and toast. Great with a little jelly. Oh, what type of jelly? Are you a grape jelly person? Strawberry jelly? Apricot preserves? Strawberry. Very summery. It's like a nice summer type of jelly. And thank you to whoever's liking the live. I guess YouTube is protecting your identity right now, keeping you from being doxxed. You like me? Okay. Thank you, I guess. Welcome on in. I feel like I have to do this like repetition of like, oh, I'm a blogger from Chicago. I do YouTube videos. Howdy. When I do these lives. Um, but yes, I'm laid back. I'm not a meanie. That's my little devil. But it's interesting when people see that you're laid back or level headed. that they'll want to keep poking you, like, oh, what's going to make her react? Like, I need to feed off her reaction type of a thing, or anybody's reaction, really. Like, that's really interesting. Like, oh, let's keep poking a bear, or, let's keep doing something and then play the victim. Very typical. Are you a butter or margarine kind of guy for your toast? Oh, yeah, I have links. I think my mod might be sleeping. Um, I guess I can do this. Should I just like bulk do it, or would that be like way too much like overload? Margarine. Oh, I grew up on margarine. Um, when I was studying, around like what was it, like 2015 or so. Um, I got a chance to eat butter. Butter. And I actually never went back. I have become obsessed. Oh, you eat raw eggs for protein? Oh, that sounds very like Japanese breakfast. Oh, and I'm just now noticing that you did okay, it's up there. I didn't notice the strawberry icon at first. Oh, I have yet to do a raw egg. Like, I'll have it like maybe a little runny in the center, a little like gooey, if you will. Um, but not like completely raw just yet. One day, like a hot bowl of rice, and I don't know, some sprinkles of something. Not real sprinkles, like savory, sprinkly things. Maybe like some crushed red pepper. Pop that on there. Yeah. Oh, I probably should have waited to like pop that link up there, but that's all good. It's not the best taste, but it's protein after a good run. Oh, okay. Very athletic. Are you a lonely woman? The reason I ask is because I never hear you talk about your family or your husband. What does that have to do with fashion? No, I'm not married. I'm married to my work. I'm married to the pursuit of finding out what I'm ignorant in and seeing if I can grasp the concepts. Do I believe in love? It is an emotion. I feel like it's more of like an infatuation type of thing. Um, and it is also like, why do you love somebody? Is it just because they happen to be hot or look cool or something? Like something that can fade over time. Wrinkles come and go, or wrinkles come, beauty can fade, weight can change, hair can change, things like that. Which, do you stop loving a person when they go through those changes, whether just natural aging process or um, due to health reasons? Do you love that person only if they're doing something for you? Do you love that person if they didn't do those things for you? Like, what is the purpose of that connection, right? Um, I've had crushes before, um, but at the end of the day, it's just more than like fleeting feelings, especially when life is happening, right? Life is happening. Um, when you are in a group, in a bit of the world where people are going to judge you and probably have the worst things that to think about you. Um, how is love shielding you from all of that? If you have goals and dreams, how is love hopefully helping you? Then, oh, give all that up for a fleeting emotion that, could be somebody just wanting to tap it and quit. So I've closed my heart. Not really. The act of simply talking to a person can spark love forever. Haven't experienced that. So, like, I vibed with people where it's just like, okay, maybe if something's there, but then you have to take into account being in America where people have ideals that could possibly be racist and sexist, right? I'm not a light skinned black woman. I can't pass for anything else. I'm not mixed. And if I was, it's not showing. Okay. I highly doubt it, first of all, first and foremost. But okay, let's say I'm dating somebody. Are they going to understand and hold space for what I could possibly go through when I'm just minding my business and somebody is like, oh, wow, you're really articulate. And it's like, well, no shit. I graduated from school and I like to read books, just like you. Do you tell white people that they're articulate? No? Okay. Some people grow old together. They've been married for years. That's hard to find unless it's easy. Yes, that is true. People who've been married for years also think, why is it a state of dependence on that person? Like in the olden times where women had to rely on men for anything in life. Are they together because somebody's afraid of leaving? Are they together because they can work through things and they can actually vibe together? They can actually just go beyond um, superficial things or whatever. Talk to one person all day and love them forever. If it's right, it's right. I suppose so. But then, like, talking to somebody all day is just one tiny facet of life. Because, like, okay, you talk to them all day on the phone. What about when you're in person with them and somebody's being rude to you? Are they going to stick up for you? Are they just going to be like, "Oh, la 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 la, I don't see anything. Oh, you're hurt about this action? Oh, why? They're just joking. La 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 la." Done. Over. Let's see. You can talk to one person all day. If it's right, it's just right. If both on the same page, it doesn't have to be. Well, that person will have to showcase that they want to be on that same page. Like I don't want to be like a victim or whatever, because a lot of people, I got into this with a YouTuber who's actually married now, which is like, wow, I'm kind of shocked because, like, okay, well, all right, whatever. Wasn't expecting that, but um, props to him that is like, oh, black people just want to be victims and blah 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 blah. You think everybody's racist? And it's like you live in Japan where a lot of your population is Japanese. You do not know what is going down over here in America. You are not living in fear as a black person with people who want to aggravate you to make it seem that you're angry and aggressive and then play victim. You're not living over here as a black person who could be extremely smart, like that guy who had that PhD, and shame on me for not remember his name, telling a police officer that he had paperwork or whatever, and the cop still ended his life in front of his fiance. And that man was highly intelligent. What with a PhD? His life ended that he was not a thug and he was a registered user for a piece of equipment, and the cop still ended his life. That I would want someone who does not have that type of mentality deep down inside, even if they seem to be really eloquent and elegant and, they can, not be angry with the way that they're speaking, that they don't hold that type of ideas of what somebody could be going through or what could possibly happen in this lifetime. Whereas other people, they don't have to worry about something like that. And if they're the type of person who doesn't have to worry about something like that, do they have the mental capacity to not just talk about anime or talk about candy or food or something funny on TV, that they're able to understand and hold space for somebody living in a world who isn't fully shielded from the ignorance of other people giving other people a hard time just because they're born with a certain skin color. So, and even having been around people of my own skin color, darker, maybe a little bit lighter, but predominantly black people, um, sometimes getting the worst treatment. Oh, you want to be Japanese? No, I'm black. You think I'm going to pull an Ollie London or something and, pretend to be Japanese or squint my eyes or something stupid? Or, oh, you must want to be white because the way you talk uh, English? What do you mean? Or, oh, you're not boyfriend or girlfriend material because you don't have a fat ass or you don't have this or blah, 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 blah. Like all of this negativity where it's like, okay, can't even turn to my own people because they're complaining about stuff or they're making me wanting to feel bad about certain things instead of, okay, you're different, but you're chill. So, um, once somebody can separate themselves from that and not just in a way of like, oh, Alicia said this, so let me like put on this mask and be a different person because it's going to show eventually. Um, that there's specific things I'm looking for than just, oh, I can talk with somebody. I could talk to a bunch of people for conversation. It could be fleeting moments. I could talk to somebody going to the grocery store, going here, going there, and I could be fully satisfied than somebody playing in my face for a relationship, possibly wanting a housemaid or something, or access to somebody's body. And oh, we have a nice conversation. We're in love. Yay. Um, that is very beyond, below bare minimum. Make sure my mic is still on. So, see, if it's no trust, it's never gonna work. Might as well end the relationship. You're not doing color, so yeah, I love this another person. I could talk your ear off. Well, the thing is, I mean, like at the end of the day, talk is cheap. I mean, like, how is that person gonna differentiate themselves when somebody could be talking with hundreds of people? How do you make yourself stand out? Well, I mean, I could be doing things that are fun. But like, what does talking all day do when somebody is one talking to, if not hundreds of people a year, maybe thousands, to, how does that help me with any other goals or things that I want to do beyond just chit chatting? And there's this person that's out there drunk, driving, and yelling at the same time. What time is it? 1:41, June 5th. Let's do a little timestamp. It's not necessary to you. Like, I'd rather be with someone who may not be very talkative, but I know that we can travel, that we can explore, uh, do other fun things than just yap all day. But I mean, like, if that works for you and the people that you like to date, I mean, go right on ahead. Well, let's see. I next blog post, I do have some draw like a sneak peek. I have a part two to a blog post that I did. Gosh, when did I write this blog post? A couple years ago, 2022. Called "Are Antidepressants Are Useless?" Question mark part two. Um, Kind of jumping on like a very short blog post that I wrote last couple years ago. I'm just going a little bit more in depth with that. Um, and I got some cute cartoony imagery in there too. That's gonna pop up. Let me make sure I saved. Update. What other blog posts do I have? This one is published actually. It's Roto Z. I got to review Japanese eye drops that I thought would be very, very um, like a nice sensory thing, but you can see what I have to say on my blog. It should be the latest one. Yes, it is the latest blog post on there where I review a Japanese eye drop. What's my sign? Wouldn't you like to know? Have I ever designed any clothing for any celebrities or popular clothing lines? I have not designed anything for celebrities, but I have worn a either $2,000 to $3,000 wedding dress for a Macy's bridal gown show, um as a booth babe for one of the bridal gown expos, and just walking around in the Macy's building with a $2,000 wedding dress. Since somebody wanted to say that I was like a celebrity, I still have like the message saved because I was like, this is kind of weird. I don't know how to feel about this. You could say me, I designed my own little bits and pieces here and there. Hair bows, handbags, things like that. I have a wine taste. Thank you. Let's see. Other blog posts that I have. A an interview that I had about Gaudi fashion on I guess, popular gaming and tech site. I never knew how many people were actually reading the posts because they seemed a little bit lower than the views I used to get back in the day. The interview for my Gaudi fashion, I posted that up too. Fashion opinions. Um, a Ashley was the girl that did some art for Tomb Raider as well as Marvel and some other like big time like HBO level um, entertainment publishing houses, media companies. She drew a portrait of me years ago. You could check that out on my blog as well. Um, let's see. Um, Critiques about one of my favorite rock bands that are no longer here, but I still love their music. And the one of the singers is a soloist. I've always wondered, why did this guy leave this wonderful, beautiful band? And people would say that he was just so arrogant and all of this and just rude to everybody, really pinning the blame on him. And me, as a young little otaku J rock lover person in my youth, was like, I want to get to the bottom of this. Why did this guy leave this band, Malice Meezer? Jacked, why? And then later on, I felt like I found some more information that made a lot more sense. Yeah, he could be a little cocky, a little arrogant. After all, he's a rock star. But he also puts his money where his mouth is and shows why he can be cocky as well. And then also knowing that he is part businessman and seeing how that possibly factored into why he left a group that he probably would have still been making music to this day with them, or, little cameos or whatever, if things had went right. You can find that on my blog, lishamisha22.blogspot.com. Do I have kids? When I make handbags and knitted objects and little clothes pieces and stuff, does that count? Does my blog count? It's about like the age of a teenager. Or my YouTube channel, it's like 16 years old. That counts, right? So can I show these photos of you walking around in the wedding dress? I would love to see that. I'm sure you look like a gorgeous. On my uh newer Instagram, I do have pictures of me on stage in a ball gown. That was probably I wouldn't be surprised if it was like $3,000. Not including the cost of makeup that the makeup artist did, or the shoes they had me wear. Me also the alterations. You can see that on my Instagram. Yes. Other things that you can find on my blog, I have one post about male fashion, which is definitely one of many to come. I just have a lot of blog posts that I need to write, but I've been a little stuck with admin work behind the blog, and also work. I've been working longer hours. I can't really do a lot of social media stuff the way that I'd want to. Not a lot of freedom there, but at the moment, it pays the bills until they just decide to cut me. Hopefully, not literally, because for some reason people think that's a funny joke. But if I said something like that, they'd probably be running scared. But we'll make do with what we have. Don't mean to sound pessimistic, but when something becomes like a pattern over the years, knowing that somebody has weaseled their way into your work, into almost every facet of your life, that you kind of expect things to happen after a certain amount of time. Let's say I have a life free of little ones. Hell yeah, I do. For those that like kids or want them, good for you. Just for me, it just does not work out. I've taken care of enough younger siblings and stuff to last me more than a lifetime. Like the idea of something like growing inside of you and like undulating and stuff just kind of freaks me out. Also, on my blog, I have posts about anime conventions here in the city, critiques and criticisms and analysis as well about social dynamics and social groups. And I will be doing a little post um, regarding something that I could have like posted about like in 2013, about like an experience which was a very interesting experience in the entertainment industry and the music industry as well. It did not get published, but I learned a lot. It was a very interesting and very involved experience as well. So definitely check it out. I will be dropping in some more links as well. And also, thank you so much for the likes. I really appreciate it. And when you are watching my videos, leave a comment. Leave a comment of maybe the most interesting part of that video. Maybe something that you didn't know, maybe something that you thought was funny, I'm even taking critiques on a few of my videos where I'm not a filmmaker, but I want to get your opinion on it. Of course, I'm going to be my own worst critic, but to kind of help tweak it for next time. Okay. I'm a person who likes feedback. I don't like things to be overly sugar coated, but I do like it when it's respectful. Um, and I know what I've made. I know maybe some bits that could be better, but I want to hear it from you. Like, what you think could be better. One of those pieces is the girl get to work, where in the second part, I have a little rap. I have some bars. Okay. I speak like a quiet place I found within me. Like, calmness. Welcome back, Peaky Blinder. Can I create? I have this YouTube for a reason. Yes. I'm a more or less classically trained painter after like drawing anime stuff. Oh, that's the part two. Go to walk. Part one. Oh, this is actually like playing. I guess I have to like go backwards. No, I guess I can go this way. Oh, as a poet? Uh, I'm not too inclined as a poet. So wedding dresses can run up to the millions. Is that true? I suppose so. It depends on like brand, materials, and things like that. But definitely like super inexpensive side, maybe like a couple hundred, um, to like a few thousand to um if they're like really like hand sewing everything, like a super couture dress for like a celebrity, like your like A-listers, like I wouldn't be surprised if that's like a higher range. Let's see. Most expensive expensive wedding dress. So Angela Baby's wedding dress was 31 million. Queen Letizia's wedding dress 8 million. Serena, Serena Williams' wedding dress was $3.5 million. Priyanka Chopra's wedding dress 2 million. Victoria Swarovski's wedding dress was 1 million. Kim Kardashian's wedding dress only $500,000. Can you give a spin-off? What do you mean? Was just heading to sleep. Busy scrolling for a minute, seeing you on. How things today? Oh, that welcome back was kind of funny. Oh, not this guy. Whatever, whatever. You just want to be a little emo. Welcome, welcome on in. Hopefully you're going to have a good rest. Um, just going through life, taking it all in, being inspired by stuff, and just like, um, promoting my blog content and stuff. Got some new stuff in the works. Had a lot of like behind the scenes stuff that I've been working on for years. And just taking things as they come. Like I do, I don't want to seem like, oh, this is the prophecy or like everything's so predictable. Um, but some things I feel like I can see it coming. So like I wouldn't be super hurt, I guess, or super like disappointed. Um, and people try to like downplay when I mention certain things about it, like of what I'm seeing and noticing. which is like, no, like, am I not right? You don't want me to be right, even though I'm right. And I don't want to be that person, right? Like, oh, she always thinks she's right, or oh, she's hitting the nail on the head. Um, but like when it's just so obvious, it's like, why not like make that person feel good that they're in with their group, you know? Let's see what's decide has been a lot to you. What do you mean by that? I'm ready tonight. Oh, no, you don't know. It's a position. Um, yeah, I think I didn't announce to my moms that I would be on. But I don't want people to think like when the cat's away, the little mice will play type of a thing. No, no, no. Are there 40-year-old emo creatures out there still? Lord have mercy. And man, if you see it on the horizon, it's on the horizon indeed, creating in real time. Oh, um, I mean, some people are still alternative throughout the rest of their life. Um, I joked about being emo the other day because I generally wear like lots of black, especially like coming through certain other gigs and stuff where I had to wear all black, or just like it's just really easy to put an outfit together or whatever. Like, don't think about it. Think about what's more important on hand than trying to like color match or make sure that this is, matching with this or whatever. So I joked about being emo the other day. Status mean a lot to me. I know that it is a driving factor for a lot of people. But they can be a liar and a letdown. How did this come from being emo? You don't want kids because it freaks you out having a life growing in your body. That's crazy. You're correct. You're never going to get married with that mentality. Okay, and if you're a woman, like, would you want something squirming inside of you? Like the fucking alien movie or some shit? And like, what if I couldn't have kids? You sound like a very like ignorant asshole right now. Oh, you're not going to get married if you don't want kids, and somebody could have had a miscarriage or something. You sound really insensitive right now. And that's not the type of people that I want in my lives. Judging somebody for something that you don't even care to want to know just to put me in a place of being a breeder. Women are more than just popping out kids, but I guess to you, you don't see it that way. Do you build houses? Do you work on cars? Do you build cars? Do you farm? To each their own. Hello, hello, Jason. Hello from Chicago to Booyah, Miami, Siberia when it is cold outside. And we need all of our winter warmth and all of our winter woolens and everything. Welcome. See, I didn't look at it that way. Being a woman is not easy. But what if somebody is like, wow, you don't want kids? I don't want kids either. It's, Jackson Wang had an interview where I know he's a musician, content creator, what have you, entertainer, but he was like, well, if his woman wants kids, then maybe they'd have them and they'll have that talk together because even though as a man, having a kid, having a life growing inside of you, pressing up against your organs, making it hard to breathe, depleting your body of nutrients, shifting your bones and everything. causing diabetes, gestational diabetes, amongst other things as well, let alone health complications that could result in death of the baby and mother. That he seems to understand the complexities that a pregnancy can do for a woman. And if she doesn't want that, he seems like he, would definitely be on board with that. And there's always other ways around. If a person doesn't want to have kids or cannot have kids, you can always adopt. Instead of having other lives just being thrown away from parents who couldn't afford them or whatever life circumstances threw their way. Uh, well, thank you, I suppose. I think the makeup throws people off. Let's see, time to add more links. And not that guy from Zelda. No, his name is not Zelda. That's the princess. Let's see. If you all are interested in supporting the blog, um, in the description, I'm not quite sure how it works for mobile. On a PC, it is a little bit different. Um, that if you want to support the content, I draw, I do commissions and things like that. To having a Patreon where you do get a link, an exclusive link of a song that I made. It's not on Spotify. It is only for my donators and gifters and subscribers. You get a thank you and things like that. And there's going to be like content only for Patreon people. It's not going to be all about beauty and makeup. So I understand some, you know, macho guys don't really do makeup. Um, but if you are signed up on Patreon, I definitely appreciate it. And I do my best to make sure that there is going to be definitely that link of that song, a thank you in whatever form works best at the time, some limited edition stuff as well, sneaky peekies, and some content only for those subscribers as well. Definitely helps the blog and pushes more content and things like that. And um, yeah, you guys get like some cool exclusive stuff away from everything that's kind of more out in the open. Okay. See, gotta read the comments. Subscribe. Thanks so much for subscribing. How long have I been doing this? I started with YouTube. How old is my YouTube channel? First and foremost. Does it say? Can't even like, I can't scroll in the little pop-up box, which is a coding flaw. I'm not quite sure why they don't have like more control over that. I don't like that. You think YouTube, with all the money that they get, that they would be able to code that correctly. No shade to their coders and stuff. Maybe somebody hasn't complained about it. I digress. Um, let's see. My YouTube channel is about 16 years old. I've been blogging since Gaia Online days, where I had like a little journal on Gaia Online at around 2004. And then I got into J fashion and alternative fashion a little bit more later on in high school, around definitely on the online servers at around '07, '08, probably like really late '06, '07. definitely around '07-ish, but definitely blogging and such, a little bit more hardcore, like on MySpace in 2008 and onwards. No, just sneak peeks of like videos and stuff. Because I think that's cool. Like, oh, here's a video I'm working on. Maybe it'll be published like in 2 weeks or something. But like Patreon people, they get like maybe a trailer or something. So like they can have the inside jokes and be like, oh, you guys don't even know what's coming yet. And then the rest of YouTube gets it. Yep. I actually found more, I'll do this in air quotes, success. Kind of like, what is it, like the B side with my creations and stuff, as I did not expect to have even over 20 subscribers like on my blog or on my YouTube, because I had it in my mind to just like do painting stuff, be more behind the scenes. But getting into the J fashion, like my online popularity rose a little bit, and I'm like, this is really weird. And it has nothing to do with like drawing portraits of people, right? Or sewing or crocheting and stuff. And I would do my best to be like, okay, well, I'm wearing like a handbag that I've designed and stuff, which I will show you. Da, 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 da. I will show this picture. Not the green screen. Ah, let's see. Do, 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 do. Let's see, food. Ooh. Oh, I do need to like post that stuff up too. All right, I'm gonna try to find like the solo picture. Have yet to expand on that game, spot the similarities. You know what? What the heck? What the helly? What the hell, Alicia? Oh, I gotta find the picture again. Whoops, scroll too fast. All right, so the one of me, I have the white hair that was taken in 2010. Second picture was taken in 2017. I will do that, okay? Oh, this was like from an old chat. Let me. Oh gosh, this is weird. Don't want to give away the answers. Okay, I think that's better. All right, do that. Okay, so how can I like point? Okay, I can't really. But the one on the left with the yellow big bird esque creature, that is me. I designed that hair bow. I designed my hair as well, a little customization, a little something something. And that handbag I did design as well. I think I also customized some other bits of my outfit too. Am I a Taurus? Nope. Question. I do like fine arts. So I will showcase some work that I've done. Oh gosh, did I delete it? Um, this isn't going to show. Trying to see something that like the way it's positioned, um, that you can see, because like I have somewhere it's like, oh, this is the before and after. I'll just do that. I think that's easier. So that's an oil painting. That guy was from 88 Rising that used to be Filthy Frank back in the day, or Pink Guy. And when a music video dropped, I was like, I kind of like this music video. It's pretty chill. And I was like, one scene. I do draw black people too, by the way. Just to let you all know. Um, I was like, you know what? I got these oil paints and I like this one scene. So I wanted to draw it and paint it. So that is where my skills lie a little bit more so. With my art, I can like draw and paint in Photoshop. I can do some photo manipulations and stuff as well. But most of my artistic abilities, uh, they reside in an image like this, like painting, oil paints, pastel, pen and ink, things like that. Not necessarily a full blown commercial artist. I did study that in Columbia since it was different. Um, Advertising, print ads, things like that. But the bulk of my knowledge and like muscle memory, things like that, like the bulk of my artistic talents, that I feel like definitely outweighs a lot of other things just because I practice it so much. I had like a boot camp too with like my art. It's like stuff like this, trying to get it to look as close to the person as possible. Oh, the game, yeah. I am so upset that I couldn't find two more pictures. Like I might actually be able to find one, but there was one that I really, really wanted to do because it was similar, you know? It's crazy. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so I've done commissions. I also have done prints of my work too, to have my art be a little bit more accessible to people as well. Sometimes, like, I'll run little specials, like, very, very minimally. I don't think I have any pictures in this album here on my phone, but I'll be like, okay, I drew this thing in like 5, 10 minutes, and I'll get paid like $50 for that drawing, and I'll let the person walk away with it during like a jazz show. But those pieces have been very like small batch, day of. Like I have a few pieces that weren't like bought up like, oh okay, this has been put on the wall, and they bought it up immediately like, oh okay, let me take a picture of it first, guys. um but I did start like making sure I got like high quality pictures of some of those pieces, because while one person is like buying this piece of art for like 50 100 bucks, um that somebody's like, you know what, like I really want that image too, and like I didn't want them to feel left out, so I did like get them a decent print of that image as well. So I did. Let's play again someday. It was fun, and yeah, no doubt about it. You're super talented. Have clear hunting. Demonstrate the skill. Thank you so much. What age did I begin art? I was drawing as a little kid. Yep. Of course, like kids scribble, drawing in coloring books, drawing over things. And then I just started like drawing more and more. I was influenced to draw like anime style things growing up, to continuing on and wanting my skills to get more realistic. Yeah, I love drawing like anime stuff, right? But I wanted to draw people, and people who could draw people always fascinated me. So I took an art class, and I had a teacher who was just pretty much like, this anime stuff, you're not doing that in my class. No. Learning color theory, learning proportions and things, and pushing myself and having those honest to God critiques to get my art to where it was. No sugarcoating, no, oh, this looks great. And you're like, oh God, where improvement and almost like something close to perfection was the name of the game. And even though me and my art teacher kind of butted heads just like a teeny bit, um, but I do appreciate the skills that flourished from that, the practice and the opportunities as well, as a young artist, like from the south side of Chicago. And having somebody see my potential and pretty much was like, okay, you do this already. Time to do like old master style painting, learning how to draw the figure like in motion and stuff. And like, this is what you're gonna do, you know? And yeah, really appreciative of that, the gratitude. And I do my best to continue to still like do art when I can or like sketch and stuff. Um, just because there's like a note that she gave me when I graduated of saying like um not verbatim but like still do art, right? um and even though we've lost touch a little bit, that like when I draw and everything, like I don't think about anything else. I try not to think about anything else, and I'm just with my materials and I have my music going and stuff, and it just reminds me of like being in that class and just being able to have like everything else just kind of like way on the back burner and everything. So yeah. So you got very good at yourself, showing some out a pencil. Spend days in the library using art. Ooh, nice. Oh, house designs. That sounds tough. Oh, yeah, being an architect like that sounds really tough because you have to be mathematical with all of that. So busy is my way of life. I guess so. Seems to have been a pattern in life. Never falling through the talents you found. Music was another one. Drop the violin, drums, man. See, okay, people who can do music, like read music, play instruments and stuff, that is a skill that I do not have. I attempted very minimally with like Mary Had a Little Lamb, like little songs like that, to try to read sheet music and like try to play piano or whatever. Like I could play Mary Had a Little Lamb with a recorder, you know. But you know that shit sounds horrible. But people who can like read music and like make songs and beats and stuff, like it blows my mind. Like I just like I'm always in awe, you know, because it's just so seamless, you know. And maybe you'll have some moment of inspiration to pick one of those instruments back up and like do that, you know? Like, of course, it's easier said than done, but I'm sure that maybe, I guess, like saying I'm sure is kind of like maybe stretching it, but like even just like a couple times a month, couple minutes a day, you know, seeing if you can like recall something that you used to play really often. Um, and even if it's a hobby, like I think that's a really cool hobby, like being able to read music and like the tempo and like all that, like oh my god. Yeah. um ah Getting emo. Oh, don't look. You never care for instruments? Whoa, you love song and dance? I'm also like a pretty clumsy person too. Like I used to trip over my own feet when I was younger, or like walk into like door frames and stuff. I was a really awkward child. I got a little bit better, a little bit better. But even dance, like people who can make their body flow, or even like popping and locking and make their body look like it's mastered bending, like time and space and gravity and stuff. Like, whew, like just powerful. Uh-oh, I guess somebody, you know. So, Shuab, Kadeem, that question is going really far, and I don't know why it matters to you. See, not being the deepest depression I've ever been in recently. I've been concerned picking the guitar back up. Never read music. Everything was always by eye and ear. Oh, okay. Oh, sometime like depression is one of those tricky things, right? Because you could lose all motivation and even motivation for like basic survival, like life sustenance stuff. Like, are you eating properly? Are you getting enough water so you can avoid being dehydrated and you're getting like the vitamins and minerals, right? To are you practicing decent hygiene during those moments? Like I know there's probably like, oh no, almost like a taboo thing to say, but depending on the strength of that depression, like some of those extra things definitely come secondary. Um, which, like if you're struggling to just be like, okay, let me like, brush my teeth or like drink some water, eat something decent, or have the will to like cook up something decent, that um, playing music is kind of like furthest from your mind because you're hopefully like trying to get through that day to day and just like that bare minimum to like keep yourself kind of afloat. Just a way to satisfy my full college. Oh, depression is played out. It should be. Sometimes people try to engineer depression in people because, it's actually, if you if people catch on that you are engineering depression symptoms and like poking them to carry out certain ideas, it's illegal in some states apparently. Mm, definitely can be tough, but if there's a will, there's a way. Like I feel like that's like, oh, positivity, da 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 da. Um, I don't want to make light of that, um, as it depends on a lot of factors of why you're in that mode, you know. Which I have a blog post up. Actually, I don't think you were here when I was mentioning it. I'm writing a part two to a post that I did in 2022. Um, it's called "Antidepressants Are Useless?" Question mark part two. Where I'm expanding on that older blog post. But yeah, um, and there's some interesting findings because I saw an article. I struggled with depression and anxiety myself growing up, and throughout my blogging career as well. Um, where like you're trying to find hopefully some sort of like way out of things, and finding this article, I was like, oh, that's interesting. Let's read a little bit, a little knowledge, get a little different perspective on things. So, would choke you if you allow it. That is true. It's only a thought. Well, it's only a thought, but it could be action. Maybe you're just dusting it off. Maybe you're seeing if the strings are tight enough. Maybe you're just seeing if it's out of tune. Maybe you wanna just scratch at the guitar strings and make it sound like a horror movie. Wow, that I was about to mute you, Lavelle. It's actually because I find you very, very attractive. Okay, because I have makeup on right now. Sus. Lord have mercy. You're like this close. You're really pushing it, Lovell. Really pushing it. I didn't mean to say sway the chat that direction just is what it is right now. It's a tricky thing. Had a wellness check the other day. That's what was out having cut everyone out. That was interesting. Well, you know the situation, the people around you know the situation, like the honest truth, not the superficial layer. Um, because some people are like, "Oh my gosh, we've been talking about you. We've been so worried." But then it's like, "But you have you shown the person that you were worried, or were you threatening them or making their life hell?" Like there's always those two sides to everything, right? Um, but hopefully you're lucid enough to like differentiate all of that, all those complexities too. Oh, we got 7 likes and I'm at 7%. I should get my charger. Let's see, it's 2:28. We'll stay on just a little bit longer. I'll charge my phone up. I'm going to have a quick intermission, and we'll be back in a moment. Okay. Testing 1, 2, 3. Really want to put this other portrait up there. Yeah, it needs to be like one of the pictures instead of like a split things. Oh, wish I could like move it over, but that's okay. Um, I see. I see. 7-year-old uncle, Sunday over your perfect. I took. Oh, what's that? I love it. I just don't know how to respond to that because it's another one of those things. One-liners, so to speak, doesn't really hit where it might if I wasn't all out of whack. Interesting. Yeah, I don't like this one as a background. Like I need it as one or the other. Oh, and speaking of prints, oh, here is one of them that I made. Limited edition. I have like a couple left. But they are signed of some of the pieces of my work, of some of like the slightly more large scale ones. And somebody bought it and I used the money for proceeds as a donation drive. Let me see other art. Other art. I have more so like blog pictures and stuff. I guess I can show you, I will show you that level of certainty of something that I worked on, was it last year? Gosh, did I scroll that fast? Ta-da! I don't know, the deprivation tank sounds interesting. Um, I I feel like I've heard something similar that we have in Chicago, like a spa, like meditation type of a thing. I mean, it could be an interesting experience. Um, uh, limited edition eyelash packs. And last year's like ASIN goodie bag. So I would do like a little tissue, like I don't know if her nose is running or something. Little candies, stickers and stuff, a little pouch that they could put their makeup or pencils in, get a free pair of eyelashes and some makeup wipes so they could take off their cosplay makeup. Yeah. And that was kind of like my Lisha is back giveaway. Just really fun. Well, you don't have to like, I don't think the chat saves, so well, I can't really read anything from back here. Whoops. Well, Peaky, hopefully things start looking up for you. Um, you'll find bits of those answers in which you seek to take control of that mood or the situation, right? To the best of your ability. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a counselor or anything. I don't have a degree in psychology, so I just want to like make that clear. As you know, everybody's situation is different. Um, but if some things can be controlled, I'm sure you'll be able to get that right. Let's see, I'll be on for another 10-15 minutes, and then I will be logging off myself, get some stuff ready, um, go through my work notes. I bought my own highlighters, you know, so I can do my studying in preparation for the next day. Um, and yeah, oh, you appreciate my words. Thank you. Oh, good night and good morning. See you on the next live. Getting a little sleepy. The sleepy stream. Let's see. Pop in a couple more links. Can I scroll on this? Thought I could. Hmm. Good night, Lavelle. Thank you all for stopping by. And also, if you all have a bit of time for like a critique for that one video, I have to like find it again since I can't find the link that I dropped in there. It would be much appreciated. Like, I didn't go to school for filmmaking. Um, so like I don't have that like masterful eye for filmmaking. Um, let's see, playlists. Gal, get to work. Then a girl. Gotta be right with my titles, right? You go tutorials. Top of this creations. Actually, I'll put the part two in there. Because that one, like, I really like it. But, you know, I am the person that made it after all. And that one, it does have my rap in it. I am looking forward to making some time to record it correctly. So it's not me just like rapping on video, cut, all right, I don't know, change angle or whatever, rap a little bit more, cut, and try to like splice those bits together. I want it to be done in like a traditional one take with that song. So your feedback is appreciated. Oh, what if I was a little devil, a little imp? I'm sorry. I appreciate that. Um, Sometimes the world makes us feel a little half dead. It drains out some of the childhood wonder and innocence from us. We start to see the world for what it is or what it has been. And sometimes that's not in full alignment of who we are. And if we try to like do all of the stuff that everybody else is doing, sometimes that's really draining and isn't giving back to us like what we want. So, oop, it's in the playlist LM22 Creations. My links are not working. No. So that is a title, Girl Get to Work Part 2. I think I came up with that title after listening to a Weekend song. Somebody was like, "Oh, I like the Weekend's music," and I'm like, "What are you talking about? Saturday, Sunday?" Um, and then I think in one of the songs it was like, "Girl, put in work" or whatever. So I got inspired by that, as well as other things that made me want to choose that title. Um, and yeah, just a little piece different than just blogging or writing about something. So yeah. Oh, you can't click links on YouTube mobile. Darn it. Let's see. LM22 creations. No, that sucks. Get it together, YouTube. I guess to avoid people putting spam links and stuff onto their um the live streamers. Thank yous. Hmm. CS247, everybody. Logging out. See, have a good one. See you in the next live, and can't guarantee that I'll have another game, but we will do something a little fun this weekend. Where's my thingy? We're gonna make candy sushi. So I'm excited to get in a little bit of rest and relaxation, not think about work and the complexities of all of the workplace politics and all that jazz, and make little candy sushis and see how it tastes. My books. So, till next time, we can look forward to this for the weekend. I will do a get ready with me in the morning or afternoon. And until next time, everybody, have a good night and rest well.